case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
In the riveting case, Russell v. Russell, a divorced pair found themselves back in court, wrestling over child support, alimony, and the equal division of a settlement for medical expenses. The husband appealed a post-divorce order, increasing his credited amount for child support and alimony arrearages from $714.58, an amount the husband believed to be less than his fair share of the community property. The wife, however, fired back with a motion to hold the husband in contempt, claiming he'd shirked his legal responsibilities, failing to provide for both alimony and child support. With tensions escalating, the proceedings took an interesting turn when the trial court determined a portion of the wife's settlement for medical expenses was community property, forcing the case into further deliberation. At the crux of the case lay the interpretation of the divorce decree, how much was owed for arrearages, and how the contentious medical expenses settlement ought to be divided. The court ultimately sided with the husband, deeming the trial court's decision flawed and necessitating further proceedings. This meant that the husband's right to a heftier share of the medical expenses settlement was acknowledged. Following this overturn, a ripple effect ensued. The trial court was called upon to balance the wife's obligation, under the settlement agreement, against her responsibility to divulge key information about the community interest in the settlement proceedings. In an added twist, should a substantial amount of the settlement land in the husband's pocket, the trial court judge was instructed to consider appointing a receiver given the husband's lackadaisical approach towards his support obligations. In keeping with equity, any amount due to the husband was set to be offset by amounts he owed to the wife for arrearages. Thus, the Russell v. Russell case personified a tumultuous saga of animosity, subterfuge, and the grim reality of a broken marriage. The case was subsequently remanded for further action, solidifying itself as a landmark case that set definitive precedents for future proceedings involving shared community assets.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind, leave the stress of class.